press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello students, welcome back to video classes by Siddhaganga. See, today we will continue to discuss a few more questions related with the past, the past papers, the important questions what we have given to you, right? So, ನಿಮಗೆ ಎರಡು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ನ ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೆ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಈಗ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವು ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಟುಡೇ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್, ರೈಟ್? ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವು ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೋತೀನಿ. ಸೊ ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಬಯೋಡೈವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಕನ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ಸ್, ರೈಟ್? A very simple topic, biodiversity. Biodiversity means the entire life on earth, where we need to conserve the sources of biodiversity, right? To have the better life in future, right? So, adರಲ್ಲಿ related questions anta bandre, we will majority questions appeared from the topic of threatened species. So, threatened species means what? The species that are under and endangered, means they are under the endanger, means the species those means which comes under the extinct antagatte, right? Comes under extinct andre they are under extinct. Extinct andre enu, they are already vanished. Endangered andre, so almost all the number of the species reduced ಅಂತ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 13 ಅಂತ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ರೆಡ್ ಡೇಟಾ ಬುಕ್. ದ ರೆಡ್ ಡೇಟಾ ಬುಕ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಬುಕ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಬೈ ದ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಯೂನಿಯನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಕನ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್, ನೋಡಿ, ಕನ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ನೇಚರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸಸ್. ಸಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ IUCN. ಸೊ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ದ IUCN is the International Union for Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources. Nature ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇರುವ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಎರಡು ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ರೆಡ್ ಡೇಟಾ ಬುಕ್ ಅಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ವಿಚ್ ಗಿವ್ಸ್ ದ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ಸ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಎಂಡೇಂಜರ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಪೀಷೀಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಡಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 10. One of the ex situ conservation methods for endangered species is, ನೋಡಿ, ಕನ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ ಬಯೋಡೈವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಕನ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಟೂ ಕ್ಯಾಟಗರೀಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕನ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ಸ್. ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ ಸಿಟು ಕನ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸಿಟು ಕನ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್. SITU, situ means situation, in situation, ex situation. Means ex situation means the outside, we are conserving the species of plants, animals, right? Outside from their natural habitat. From the same habitat, when they are belonging to some habitat antadre, living place, so ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಅವುಗಳನ್ನು ಕನ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದನ್ನು ಇನ್ ಸಿಟು ಅಂತ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಫ್ರಮ್ ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್ ದ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾಬಿಟ್ಯಾಟ್ ಅಂತಾದರೆ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಎಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸಿಟು ಕನ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದಟ್ ದ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಈಸ್ ಕ್ರಯೋ ಪ್ರಿಸರ್ವೇಷನ್, ರೈಟ್? ಕ್ರಯೋ ಪ್ರಿಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಕೀಪಿಂಗ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್, living cells, live cells, right? It is a method of keeping the live cells in vitro. Okay, it is a method of storing of live cells antanu kuda helbodu. So that is in deep freezing, right? Minus 196 degree Celsius in liquid nitrogen. And remaining, ನೋಡಿ, wildlife sanctuaries, biosphere reserves, national park, ಇದೆಲ್ಲದೂ ಕೂಡ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? That is considered as in situ conservation, right? Keystone species. Next question number 14. Keystone species should be protected as they anta ide. What it indicates? Keystone species. See, in an environment, in a habitat or in an ecosystem. Consider an ecosystem. So, a species is said to be a keystone species. Why the species is said to be keystone? As it will be considered as the major species, major type of the species, where remaining other species of organisms are directly or indirectly depending on the species is known as keystone species. ಅದು ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾದಂಥ ಸ್ಪೀಷೀಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂತೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಸ್ಪೀಷೀಸ್ಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಅದು ಒಂದು ಮೇಜರ್ ಬಯೋಟಿಕ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿಯ ಮೇಜರ್ ಸ್ಪೀಷೀಸ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ರೈಟ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಕೀಸ್ಟೋನ್ ಸ್ಪೀಷೀಸ್. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ನೋಡಿ, ದೇ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಸ್ ದೇ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ದೇ ಪ್ಲೇ ಅನ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ರೋಲ್ ಇನ್ ಸಪೋರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಅದರ್ ಸ್ಪೀಷೀಸ್. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಸ್ಪೀಷೀಸ್ಗಳೆಲ್ಲದೂ ಕೂಡ ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಆರ್ ಇಂಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಡ್. ಸೊ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಇಸ್ ಅ ವೆರಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕೀಸ್ಟೋನ್ ಸ್ಪೀಷೀಸ್ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಬೈ ರಾಬರ್ಟ್ ಟಿ ಪೇನ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ರಾಬರ್ಟ್ ಟಿ ಪೇನ್ in 1969. Please note down this, Robert T. Payne. ಇದು ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ದ ಫಾಲೋಯಿಂಗಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದರೆ ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ಬಯೋಡೈವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ದ ಫಾಲೋಯಿಂಗಲ್ಲಿ ಕೀಸ್ಟೋನ್ ಸ್ಪೀಷೀಸ್, ದ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕೀಸ್ಟೋನ್ ಸ್ಪೀಷೀಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಬೈ ಅಂತ ಬಂದರೆ ರಾಬರ್ಟ್ ಟಿ ಪೇನ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಬಾಡಿ ಫ್ಲೂಯಿಡ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ಸ್. ನೋಡಿ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 3, which is responsible for initiating and maintaining the rhythmic contractile activity of the heart. But rhythmic contractile activity is an inherent property, right? Inherent property of the heart muscles, contractile property, right? Because of that, heart is said to be a pumping organ, right? So cardiac muscles, they are having an inherent property of generating and propagating the electrical impulses needed for the contraction of heart chambers. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನೋಡಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇನಿಷಿಯೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ಇನಿಷಿಯೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಜನರೇಟಿಂಗ್, ರೈಟ್. ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೈನೋಅಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ ನೋಡ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಆನ್ಸರ್. SAN, ರೈಟ್. ಸೈನೋಅಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ ನೋಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಪೇಸ್ ಮೇಕರ್ ಆಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಜನರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಇಂಪಲ್ಸಸ್. Yes or no? Needed for the contraction of heart chambers. So ಹಾಗಾಗಿ the answer is SAN. Whereas the AVN ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, which receives the electrical impulses generated by the SAN and also passed through the internodal pathways, right? So Purkinje's fibers also the propagating the same. They are not generating. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನಿಷಿಯೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಅದನ್ನು ನೋಡಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ರೈಟ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, the 5th one, which of the following is incorrect match of WBCs with its functions ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. WBCs, they are called leukocytes, right? Leukocytes ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, in the leukocytes there are 5 types of leukocytes. There are 5 types. They are broadly categorized into 2 types, that is granulocytes and agranulocytes, right? So adre illi enagutte, so granulocytes and agranulocytes together total 5 types anta agutte. 5 types anta bandre, so nimige first barode neutrophils. Neutrophils around 60 to 65%, they are phagocytic cells, right? Neutrophils, cellular defense cells ಸೇರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ. And the monocytes, 6 to 8% of monocytes. Neutrophils, monocytes, right? ಹಾಗೆ ನೋಡಿ lymphocytes ಅಂದರೆ antibody generating, right? Antibody generating. But ಅಲ್ಲಿ 2 types of lymphocytes ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, B lymphocytes and T lymphocytes. Specifically, so specific immunity is only because of the lymphocytes. Specifically, that is B lymphocytes and T lymphocytes together produce the specific immunity. B lymphocytes they are also called B cells, right? So the B cells produces antibodies, and whereas the T cells produces immunologically active cells, okay, where both B and T cells together express the specific immunity against the specific antigen. So ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ, lymphocytes ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. So neutrophils, they have given the phagocytic cells is okay, right? Eosinophils, you need to select incorrect one, right? So eosinophils, they are also called acidophils, right? So around 1 to 2% of the acidophils means are present in the total WBCs, right? So they resist infections and are associated with the allergic reactions is correct. Whereas the lymphocytes, they have mentioned nodi produce antibodies. Which lymphocytes? They are not mentioned, right? B lymphocytes are known to produce antibodies, whereas T lymphocytes are known to produce immunologically active cells. So ನೋಡಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 2 ತರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. You please remember that B and T, right? B cells produces antibodies. Antibodies, B lymphocytes. Whereas T lymphocytes are produced as immunologically active cells. Immunologically active cells like helper T cells, killer T cells, suppressor T cells. Right? Helper, killer, suppressor T cells are produced. Both B and T lymphocytes are required to express the specific body immunity, right? What is specific body immunity? Specific body immunity andre eno? The immunity that expressed in specifically, right? Very much specifically against a specific antigen. Means a specific antibody produced against a specific antigen. A specific antibody produced against a specific antigen, right? Antigen is a substance that enter into the body and stimulate the body to produce antibodies, right? So the next question, breathing and exchange of gases, right? Question number 2 nodi. In which of the following disorders there is difficulty in breathing causing wheezing due to inflammation of bronchi? But inflammation of bronchi and bronchioles results difficulty in breathing, and difficulty in breathing which cause wheezing antanu ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. That is only seen in case of asthma patients, right? Allergic reactions, allergic respiratory disorders antane ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು asthma, right? So answer is asthma. So ಅಲ್ಲಿ emphysema is a condition. ಅದು next ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ, pleurisy ನೋಡಿ. The option C, just the option C, pleurisy, so that is pleural membranes. But ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಇದು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, pleurisy or pleurisy. The pleurisy is a condition where the lack of lubrications, because see, inflammations of the pleural membranes, as we know that the lungs are protected by the pleural membranes. There are two pleura are present, pleurae, right? Pleurae. There are two pleurae or pleural membranes. That is, one is outer parietal and inner visceral pleura. In between these two pleural membranes, a pleural fluid is present, right? Pleural fluid is known to present, and that helps in the lubrication of the membrane, the lung membrane. So because of that, the lungs are able to expand, means the relaxation of the lungs, right? Aage nodi alli enagutte, when the lungs are feeling free, then only the air is able to enter. Nodi, when the pulmonary volume decreases, when the pulmonary volume decreases, pressure increases and air rushes out ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದೇ ನೋಡಿ, when the pulmonary volume increases, the pressure decreases. ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದೇ ಪಲ್ಮನರಿ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಯಿತು ಅಂದರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಗಾಳಿ ಹೊರ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಹೌ ದ ಲಂಗ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ದ inhalation, right? So ಅಲ್ಲಿ pleurisy ಅಂದರೆ that is inflammation of the pleurae, so which impairs their functions ಅಂತ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, right? Lubricating function of the pleural membrane of the lungs. And the seventh one ನೋಡಿ, at high altitude RBC of human blood will be, altitude ಅಂತ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು, that at high altitude RBCs of human blood will be naturally increases in number to hold more and more oxygen, right? So option A. Now emphysema is a condition where, but it is the decreased elasticity of the alveolar wall. But alveolar wall elasticity, when alveolar wall elasticity decreases, so naturally ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, always they remain filled with the same air even after expiration. Even after expiration, they always remain filled with the same air. That is what we are called it as emphysema. Emphysema is a condition. It is a condition, decreased elasticity, reduced elasticity of the alveolar sac or alveolar wall, sac covering, that is squamous epithelium, right? So ಅದು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ನೋಡಿ, when we are going into the third option, the walls separating the alveoli. The walls separating the alveoli means emphysema is a condition in which the walls separating the alveoli means the alveolar wall is not increasing, means the alveoli are separated from each other. Alveoli are separated from each other. See, like this. So they are separated. So if the wall elasticity will be more, then what happens? They are very close to each other. So avaga their walls are not separated ಅಂತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. The condition ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. So ಈ ತರ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಇದನ್ನು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. That is decreased elasticity ಅಂತಾನು ಕೂಡ ನೋಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. That is decreased elasticity of alveolar wall. Okay, the next we'll move on to the environmental issues. See, in the environmental issues, the question number 2, second question nodi. Reduction of noise in our industries can be affected by, nodi, reduction of noise in our industries, usually muffling noise anta heltare, and the second one is use of sound absorbent materials. So eradu barutte, both A and B, right? Next question, biological oxygen demand is a measure of BOD. BOD, what is the BOD? BOD is the amount of, it is the amount of dissolved oxygen, right? It is the amount of dissolved oxygen, okay, needed by the aerobic organisms, aerobic microbes to break down the mass or the degradable organic content present in the water, right? In the water of a specified area or specified volume antanu agutte. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ, BOD is a measure of extent to which the water is polluted with organic compound. Water is polluted with organic compound. That is the answer, right? The next question number 13, ozone hole refers to anta ide. Ozone holes are nothing but they are the depleted areas of the ozone membrane. They are the depleted areas of the ozone membranes called ozone holes. So answer is very simple, the reduction in the thickness of ozone layer in the stratosphere. Actually ozone layer is present in the stratosphere, right? In the stratosphere. So depleted areas are considered as ozone holes. So reduction in the thickness, and that results into the formation of holes. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಎರಡು ಕೂಡ ಸೇಮ್ ಇದೆ, ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನು ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರು ಒಂದನ್ನು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ರೈಟ್? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರಲ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್. ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಫೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಎಪಿಥೀಲಿಯಂ ಈಸ್. Simple epithelium, the main character means, what is simple epithelium? Simple epithelium means the presence of a single layer of cells. The presence of single layer of cells is known as simple epithelium. More than one layer of cells are present, and that is called stratified epithelium. That is compound epithelium or stratified. So the simple epithelium is a connective tissue, and where you will get the presence of the simple epithelium means the presence of the single layer of cells like this, right? Cuboidal epithelium, right? So ee reeti irutte, cuboidal epithelium, squamous epithelium, columnar epithelium. Okay, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು ನೋಡಿ, characteristic of the simple epithelium is, of course, they make a definite layer. Definite layer means they are having a single layer of cells. If more than one layer but not uniformly present, that is said to be indefinite, but it is said to be stratified. ಅದನ್ನು ಏನಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ? Stratified epithelium ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ, right? And one more thing, this epithelium, the main properties considered as cellularity. You please note down cellularity, polarity, attachment, vascularity, and regeneration. Vascularity and regeneration. These are the very important five properties of simple epithelium. These are the most important five properties. ನಮಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಒಂದು ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ, ಸೆಲ್ಯುಲಾರಿಟಿ ಮೇಲೆ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಎ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ ಲೇಯರ್. Next, question number 8. alari muscles in cockroach are associated or connected with anta ide nodi. Alari muscles. But alari muscles andre ಏನು sir? Where exactly present andre? They are present in the, they are associated with in the cockroach, but they are associated with the circulatory system, means the heart chambers of the cockroach. As we know that in case of, ಇದನ್ನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, in case of cockroach, right? So as the circulatory system is present and is represented as 13 chambers. These are the chambers. So like this, total number of heart chambers present in cockroach 13 chambered, right? You please remember that 13 chambered heart is present in case of cockroach, right? So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, each chamber is like this. Yes. See, each chamber is like this. It is having a single opening at the anterior end and two openings in the posterior end of the chamber. These are called ostia. So this one is posterior openings of the chambers. But each chamber is like this, is tubular, 13 chambered tubular heart. So here in this case, the alari muscles are like this. They are found associated with the chambers, and they are known to capable of contracting. The capacity, they are having the capacity of contraction. See, when they will contract, the blood enters into these ostia. Blood enters, because in cockroach the vascular system is open, the blood is moving in the blood sinuses, right? So illella cavity iruttallava, ee cavity illa blood ide, right? So the blood enters into the chambers through these ostia when the alari muscles are contracted. So after contracting capacity of the alari muscles, that helps to entry of blood into the chambers. After entering into the chambers, naturally, after contraction, the alari muscles relaxed. So, the relax ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ದ ಹಾಗೆ, the blood is moving through this opening, means the anterior opening. So, this is how the alari muscles makes the contract, means by contracting the chambers receive blood through the ostia, right? And the same blood is moving through the opening, the large opening or anterior opening. So this is how the alari muscles helps in the circulation of the fluid, means the body fluid, that is blood, right? Circulating blood. So this is how each chamber is performing its own function with the help of alari muscles. So ಇದು ತುಂಬಾ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಅದು ನೋಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 12, ಫ್ರಾಗ್ಸ್ ಡಿಫರ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಪೊಸೆಸಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ತುಂಬ ಸುಲಭವಾಗಿ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ನೋಡಿ, ಫ್ರಾಗ್ ಬಿಲಾಂಗಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ಆಂಫಿಬಿಯನ್ಸ್, ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಮೆಮ್ಯಾಲಿಯನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಫ್ಯೂ ಅಂತ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 12 ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಡಿ ನೋಡಿ, the nucleated RBCs are found to be present in case of frog, whereas we know that we are not having the nucleated RBCs, right? The next question, animal kingdom. Question number 3, which one of the following is coelenterate? Nodi, coelenterate. So coelenterate and the stanelli example nodi, first one, sea cow. Sea cow is a marine mammal. You please note down that sea cow is a marine mammal, mammalia, right? Belonging to chordata agate phylum, right? Hage sea cucumber. ಎಕಿನೋಡರ್ಮಕ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಎಕಿನೋಡರ್ಮೇಟಾ. ಸಿ ಕುಕುಂಬರ್. ಸಿ ಫ್ಯಾನ್. ಸಿ ಫ್ಯಾನ್ ಈಸ್ ಅನ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ನೋಡಿ, ಸಿ ಫ್ಯಾನ್ ಎ ಸಿಲೆಂಟರೇಟ್, ರೈಟ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಸಿ ಹಾರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಹಿಪ್ಪೋಕ್ಯಾಂಪಸ್. ಸಿ ಹಾರ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ nothing but the hippocampus belonging into chordata, phylum chordata, right. Question number 9, which is a poikilothermic animal? Nodi, there are two categories of animals, yes or no? Poikilothermic or next ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, poikilotherms and homeotherms, right. So poikilothermic animals means animals where their body temperature get altered with the temperature of their surrounding environment, right. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ answer is very simple, that is tortoise. In a remaining nodi, pigeon, penguin, whale, so all these are said to be warm blooded, that is homeothermic. Poikilothermic or cold blooded, right. Tortoise belonging into the class Reptilia. Next, question number 15, in which one of the following groups all animals are hermaphrodites? Hermaphrodites means bisexual, having both the sex organs, male and female sex organs are found to be present in one and the same individual, right. Adu hermaphrodite. Illi examples nodidre, hydra and ascaris is unisexual, right. Ascaris bide, option A barala. So hydra will come, ferritema will come, right. Averdu bisexual, right. In hydra option B nallu nodi homo sapiens barala, unisexual, right. Hage nodi option 3 third tapeworm ide barutte, toad ide nodi barala, unisexual, right. Starfish, leech, tapeworm and earthworm, option D is the right answer, right. Okay, next we'll move on to the molecular basis of inheritance, right. The beads on string structure which seen under electron microscope are nothing but nucleosome. Nodi, so the beads on string, options nodadagle gottagate, oh, beads on string, that is DNA strand, right. DNA strand, where exactly the DNA wrapped with the nodi ali histone octamer. The histone octamer is said to be a model along with the wrapped DNA, right. Along with the wrapped DNA molecule. That wrapped DNA molecule plus positively charged, as the DNA is negatively charged, and always it wrapped or it associated with the positively charged proteins called histones. They are in octamer, 8 units, yes or no? And that structure is said to be a nucleosome. DNA packaging anta ಓದ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀರಾ, ತುಂಬಾ ಸುಲಭವಾಗಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ನ ನೀವು ತಗೋಬಹುದು, right. So next question, variable part of DNA molecule is, variable part is nitrogen base, as the DNA consisting of 4 nitrogen bases, adenine, guanine, right. Adenine, guanine, cytosine and thymine. There are 4. So again, these are the 4 nitrogen bases. As there are 4 nitrogen bases, 4 different types of nucleosides are produced. As there are 4 different types of nucleosides are produced, 4 different types of nucleotides are produced, right. So again, 4 nitrogen bases, 4 nucleosides, 4 nucleotides. What is deoxyadenosine, deoxyguanosine, deoxycytidine, deoxythymidine, right. Deoxycytidine, deoxythymidine, deoxyguanosine, deoxyadenosine. ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ monophosphate add ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ then that become as a nucleotide, right. Deoxyadenosine monophosphate, deoxyguanosine monophosphate, deoxycytidine monophosphate, deoxythymidine monophosphate, right. Deoxyadenilic acid, deoxyguanilic acid, deoxycytidilic acid, deoxythymidilic acid. So these are the different nucleotides. These are the 4 monomeric units, right. These are the building blocks of DNA. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ variable unit ಯಾರಾಗುತ್ತಾರೆ ಹೇಳಿ, sugar same ಇರುತ್ತೆ, pentose sugar is deoxyribose, right. And phosphate same ಇರುತ್ತೆ, phosphate, right. So based on that, so answer is very simple, that is nitrogen base. Genetic code determines, ನೋಡಿ genetic code, what is genetic code? Genetic code is a symbolic representation. But any symbolic representation in an abbreviated form is said to be a code. So then what is genetic code? Genetic code is the sequential arrangement of nitrogen bases in the DNA that determines the sequence of amino acids during protein synthesis. Right? It is the sequential arrangement of nitrogen bases in the DNA. See, the DNA, it consisting of sequential arrangement of nitrogen bases in the DNA. See, it is a sequential arrangement of nitrogen bases A, G, C, T, T, A, G, G, C, T, A, like this. It is a sequential arrangement of nitrogen bases in the DNA. This will determine the sequence of amino acids during protein synthesis. ಇದು ನಿರ್ಧಾರ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಸಿಂಥಸಿಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಯಾವ ಅಮೈನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾನು ಕೋಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಕೋಡ್. ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಕೋಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ sequential arrangement of nitrogen bases in the DNA which determines the sequence of amino acids. Okay, protein is made up of amino acids, so that determines the sequence of amino acids through mRNA. Through mRNA, right? So like a DNA that directs protein synthesis. So answer is sequencing of amino acids in protein chain. Sorry. Next question, largest gene in humans, dystrophin gene. ತುಂಬ ಸುಲಭವಾಗಿದೆ ಆನ್ಸರು, ಇಮ್ಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರೋಫಿನ್ ಜೀನ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರೋಫಿನ್ ಜೀನ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್? ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಫೌಂಡ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಮಸಲ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್, ಮಸ್ಕ್ಯುಲಾರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ of skeletal muscles and cardiac muscles. Even some neural cells also found to be present, and known to produce a protein called dystrophin. ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, dystrophin gene ಇಂದ dystrophin ಅಂತ protein ಬರುತ್ತೆ, and that protein is required for the movement of muscles. That is required for the movement of muscles. Please remember this thing, right? And oncogenes anta ondide nodi, that can be a mutated gene. Means a normal gene can be considered as an oncogene after mutation. If a gene get mutated and start stimulating the production of cancerous cells, so ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸರ್ ಕಾಸಿಂಗ್ ಜೀನ್ ಅಂತಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಂಕೋಜೀನ್, ರೈಟ್? ಇನ್ಸುಲಿನ್ ಜೀನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, ಇಸ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಸಿಂಥಸೈಸ್ ಇನ್ಸುಲಿನ್, ಬಟ್ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಬಂದರೆ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರೋಫಿನ್. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಡಿಸೀಸ್. ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಇಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ನೋಡಿ, ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಇಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಡ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಡಿಸೀಸ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ, ಆರ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ಡ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಇನ್ಫೆಕ್ಷನ್. ನೋಡಿ, ಇಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ನೋಡಿ ಅಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್ ಇಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ. ಅಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್ ಇಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ನಾವು ಪಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಅಂಥದ್ದು ಇಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ, ನಾವು ಪಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಅಂಥದ್ದು. ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಇಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು? ಬೈ ಬರ್ತ್ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಇಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ. ಬೈ ಬರ್ತ್, ಬೈ ದ ಎನ್ವಿರಾನ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ದ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅನ್ ಎನ್ವಿರಾನ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ನಮ್ಮ ಸರೌಂಡಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಬೈ ಬರ್ತ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಏಜ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಸೆಕ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಮೇಲು ಫೀಮೇಲು, ಆ ಥರ. ಸೊ ಆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರೇಷನಿಂದ ಸಿಕ್ಕುವಂಥ ಇಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ ಏನಿದೆ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್, ಬಟ್ ದಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ಡ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ 2 to 3% of immunity. But the maximum, more than 95% of the immunity is said to be acquired immunity. As after birth we are acquiring that immunity. ನೋಡಿ, acquiring through vaccination, acquiring through natural infections. Natural infections means diseases, right? So either acquired immunity can be acquired either by through the natural infections or through the diseases, means or through the vaccination antanu kuda consider tagobadu. So this is how the active immunity can be, where our immune system, the specific immunity is the one, it is the resistance where considered as a specific, and the antigen antibody relationship, where a specific antigen is killed by a specific antibody, where a specific antibody act against a specific antigen. That is what we are calling it as specific immunity, right? So specific immunity ಅಂದ್ರೆ antigen antibody related ಅಂತಾನೂ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಇಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ ಅಂದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಇಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ, ಪ್ಯಾಸಿವ್ ಇಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ ಅಂತ 2 categories ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಇಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ವೇರ್ ಅವರ್ ಇಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇಮ್ಯೂನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ಡ್ in producing, in producing antibodies, either producing antibodies or by producing immunologically active cells, right? That is called active immunity. Passive immunity andre enagutte, so where our body means our immune system cannot actively involving against a disease anta agutte, right? Next, cancer is, nodi question number 9, cancer is a cellular disease. Easy gottagutte, it is a uncontrolled multiplication of cells. It is the result of uncontrolled multiplications. Question number 12, which of the following is based upon the principle of antigen antibody interactions? But antigen antibody interactions is very simple. That is, given example is ELISA. The test is ELISA, enzyme linked immuno assay, right? Immunosorbent assay. So that is the detection of antibodies present in blood. It is the detection, molecular level. Andre antibodies are nothing but they are the proteins, right? We are detecting the proteins. A unknown protein is present in the blood. That is due to some reason. That may be due to some reason. That is what we are calling it as. The ELISA is considered as a molecular method of molecular diagnosis, a test under molecular diagnosis. Microbes in human welfare. Question number 2. Penicillin was extensively used to treat American soldiers excuse me, wounded in World War, that is second, right? And treatment of wastewater is done by treatment of wastewater, that is heterotrophic microbes. You please remember, please make a note on that. Heterotrophic means the microbes which depend on others. Specifically, so saprophytic agutte, even alli nodi heterotropically parasitic agutte, saprophytic agutte, right? Even decomposing antanu agutte, right? Heterotrophic, and not the autotrophic and chemoautotropic. That is what we are calling a secondary treatment of sewage. Next, question number 10. Bioenergy is, see, bioenergy is obtained from biomass. So what is bioenergy? Bioenergy refers to the electricity and gas that is generated from organic matter. The bioenergy, you please note down a short statement related with that. It is bioenergy is or refers to electricity and gas that is generated from organic matter, right? So bioenergy refers to electricity and gas that is generated from organic matter. So bioenergy, biogas antanu kuda ide, methanogenic bacteria that are involved, right? So answer is biomass. So the next, we'll move on to the next questions. Organisms and populations, right? So ecology is, question number 4 nodkole, ecology is the study of relationships of anta ide. But ecology and the study of environment anta agutte. So organisms and environment, it is the relationship between the organisms and environment, right? ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎನ್ವಿರಾನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ, ರೈಟ್? ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್. ಸರ್ ಮತ್ತು ಅದು ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಈಗ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಆಫ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್, ಬಟ್ ದ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಈಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಎಕಾಲಜಿ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಎಕಾಲಜಿ, ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಎಕಾಲಜಿ, ರೈಟ್? ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಎಕಾಲಜಿ ಅಂತ ನೋಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಹಾಗೆ ದ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಬಯಾಲಜಿ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಬಯಾಲಜಿ, ರೈಟ್? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 5. ಇನ್ ಝೀರೋಫೈಟ್ಸ್, ಝೀರೋಫೈಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ದ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ಗ್ರೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಝೀರಿಕ್ ಹ್ಯಾಬಿಟ್ಯಾಟ್, ರೈಟ್? ಝೀರಿಕ್ ಹ್ಯಾಬಿಟ್ಯಾಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವೇರ್ ದ ವಾಟರ್ ಅವೈಲಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಈಸ್ ಲೆಸ್. ಬಹಳ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ದ ವಾಟರ್ ಅವೈಲಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಈಸ್ ಆಬ್ಸೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆಬ್ಸೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಲೆಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರೇಷನ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಝೀರೋಫೈಟ್ಸ್, photosynthesis often occurs through modified stem. For example, Opuntia, right? Cactus, majority. The stem is modified as a green colored, right? Green colored, soft where the water is also stored, okay, green colored, okay, having the green cells, green plastids, through which the photosynthesis takes place, right? Because the leaves are modified into spines where to check the loss of water. Water loss, right? Question number 11. Which one of the following is a matching pair of certain organism and the kind of associations? ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 11 ಹ್ಯಾಕ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನಾನು ಅಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ನೋಡಿ ಎ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಶಾರ್ಕ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸಕ್ಕರ್ ಫಿಶ್ ಕಮೆನ್ಸಾಲಿಸಮ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡೂ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಶಾರ್ಕ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸಕ್ಕರ್ ಫಿನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಮೆನ್ಸಾಲಿಸಮ್ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಎಸ್, ಕಮೆನ್ಸಾಲಿಸಮ್. ಈವನ್ ಸಕ್ಕರ್ ಫಿಶ್ ಅದನ್ನು ರೆಮೋರಾ ಅಂತಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, REMORA ರೆಮೋರಾ. ಅದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನೀವು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರೇಷನ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ರೆಮೋರಾ ಅಂತ ನೋಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದು ಬೆನಿಫಿಟೆಡ್, ರೈಟ್, ಒನ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟೆಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅದರ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಅನ್ಅಫೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್, ರೈಟ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಮೆನ್ಸಾಲಿಸಮ್. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ನೋಡಿ, ಆಲ್ಗೆ ಅಂಡ್ ಫಂಗೈ ಇನ್ ಲೈಕೆನ್ಸ್ ಮ್ಯೂಚುವಲಿಸಮ್. ಎಸ್, ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ಎಸ್. ಸೊ ಮೈಕೋಬಯಾಂಟ್ ಅಂತಲೇ ಓದಿರ್ತೀವಿ, ರೈಟ್, ಮ್ಯೂಚುವಲಿಸಮ್. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಎ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬಿ ಎರಡೂ ಕೂಡ ಸರಿ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಬಿ ಅಂತ ಒಂದಾಗಿದೆ ಆನ್ಸರಲ್ಲಿ, ಎರಡೂ ಸರಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೊ ಎರಡೂ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ರೈಟ್. ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಸಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಆರ್ಕಿಡ್ಸ್ ಗ್ರೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ, ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸೈಟಿಸಮ್ ಅಂತೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸೈಟಿಸಮ್. ಅಲ್ಲೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸೊ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ಕಿಡ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಸೆಡ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಎಪಿಫೈಟಿಕ್. ಎಪಿಫೈಟಿಕ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಸರ್? ಎಪಿಫೈಟ್ಸ್, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಗ್ರೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ಟ್ರೀಸ್, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಸಿಟಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ಫಿಕ್ಸೇಷನ್, ರೈಟ್, ಅಂಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ಬಿಂಗ್ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಟ್ರೀಸ್. Only for anchorage purpose they are sitting on a tree like this. Consider a tree trunk or tree branch, right, where an orchid is growing like this. See, in this case of orchids, you will be getting the two types of roots. One type of roots are short, branched and adhered to the tree branch, right, tree stem. So, and some other roots are said to be somewhat looking to be elongated, right, elongated, tubular, soft, and they are having a tissue known as velamen. Okay, please remember this one, velamen. Velamen is a soft tissue found to be present in these hanging roots. And these freely hanging roots are able to absorb moisture from the atmosphere, and then that supplies to the leaf, and the leaves start synthesizing food, and leaves are green, they are photosynthetic, right. So this is how this plant is said to be epiphyte. Idanna now, for example, Vanda is a epiphytic plant antanu helabodu, Vanda, right, which depend on, means which growing on other trees, but they won't absorb anything, only for fixation purpose they are growing on other trees. So hence they are called epiphytes, right. Most of the orchids are said to be epiphytic. Parasitism antide, so adu tappagutte. Next, Cuscuta nodi, Cuscuta is a parasitic. ಒಂದು yellow color ದಾರದ ಥರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಇದು. Okay, Cuscuta, right? Cuscuta growing on other flowering plants. Epiphytism ಅಂತಿದೆ, that is not epiphytism, ಅಲ್ಲಿ parasitism ಆಗಬೇಕು, right? So option A and B ಎರಡು ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, question number 11. Next, chemical coordination. Which of the following is incorrect match? ನೋಡಿ, thyroxine is a iodinated tyrosine. Yes, it is an hormone, right? Thyroxine, thyroid gland related, right? Aldosterone, polypeptide hormone? No, it is a corticosteroid. No, it is a group of corticosteroid hormone. So that is the wrong match. Estrogen steroid hormone, it is right. Thyrotropin, glycoprotein hormone, it is also right. Ali note down, that is aldosterone is a mineral corticoid hormone. Mineral corticoid hormone. Mineral corticoid hormone. Next, question number 6. Which of the hormones control the milk production in mammary glands? That is lactotropic hormone, LTH. LTH ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೋಜೆನಿಕ್ ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್ ಅಂತಾರೆ, ಈವನ್ ಪ್ರೊಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಟಿನ್ ಅಂತಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಪ್ರೊಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಟಿನ್, ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೋಜೆನಿಕ್ ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್, ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೋಟ್ರೋಪಿಕ್ ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್, LTH, right? So answer is prolactin. Question number 11, the hormone that stimulates the maturation of T lymphocytes is released from thymus. But the thymus gland is required for the immunocomputation of the cells. The T lymphocytes, the prefix T is used, right? T lymphocytes are the lymphocytes produced in bone marrow, but they become immunocompetent only after passing through the thymus gland. Only after passing through the thymus gland, they become immunocompetent. So this is how the T lymphocytes are recognized. So next question. Human physiology. The arrangement of teeth in each half of the upper and lower jaw. In the order, right? Incisors, canine, premolars and molars. But incisors, canine, premolars and molars, that is 2, 1, 2, 3, right? Half of the upper jaw anta irutte, right? Half of the upper jaw. That is 2 incisors, 1 canine, 2 premolars and 3 molars, like this, right? Half of the upper jaw, 2, 1, 2, 3, right? 2, 1, 2, 3. This one is the adult milk teeth, the dental formula of adult milk teeth. But other than not milk teeth, adult teeth. So adult dentition, right? Adult human beings. Milk teeth formula antadre, that is 2, 1, 0, 2, right? Then pidkoli illi 2, 1, 0, 2 anta agbeku. So idralli 2 irutte, 3 irolla, 2 irutte, idu 0, that is premolars are 0. So 2, 1, 0, 2, 2, 1, 0, 2. This is the dental formula of milk teeth. Other dental formula of adult anta bandre, that is 2, 1, 2, 3. 2, 1, 2, 3, right? Next. Enterokinase helps in the conversion of. Enterokinase is an enzyme, non-digesting enzyme, but involved in the digestion, in the role of conversion of trypsin. Trypsinogen get converted into trypsin. Trypsinogen is produced in the form of inactive enzyme, right? Trypsinogen is an inactive and get converted as a trypsin. Further, trypsin act on chymotrypsinogen to convert chymotrypsin. Means chymotrypsinogen is an inactive and to produce chymotrypsin antagatte. Chymotrypsinogen and procarboxypeptidase. They are all the enzymes produced by the pancreatic juice. Proteolytic enzymes anta karitare, protein digesting enzymes. Trypsin irbodu, chymotrypsin irbodu, carboxypeptidase. But all the three are produced in inactive form. Okay, trypsinogen anta bandirutte. Hage chymotrypsinogen anta barutte. So alli trypsin bantu andre trypsin further activating other proteolytic enzymes. First trypsin barabeku andre, so enterokinase is compulsory required. Question number 6. Pancreatic juice is stimulated by the release of that is secretin and cholecystokinin. These are the two hormones. They are produced by the duodenum and jejunum. Then duodenum and jejunum in the small intestine they are produced and they start stimulating pancreatic juice. Innondu barute gastrin antastane produced in stomach nenpidkoli, right? So very important. So secretin and cholecystokinin. Next question. And related with digestion antastane you please refer the role of digestive hormones kuda adannu kuda nenpidkoli, tumba important. NCERT nalli ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಇರುವಂತ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಕೂಡ ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಕೂಡ ನನ್ನ ಫಸ್ಟ್ PUC ವಿಡಿಯೋಗಳನ್ನ ನೋಡಿ, ಅದರಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ನಿಮಗೆ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಇದೆ, ರೈಟ್? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೀಟರಿ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅದರ್ ಎಲಿಮಿನೇಷನ್. ನೋಡಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೀಟರಿ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅದರ್ ಎಲಿಮಿನೇಷನ್, ರೈಟ್? So the first question number 2, Bowman's capsule is lined by squamous epithelium. Why? Because to express the ultrafiltration, right? Bowman's capsule, right? The Bowman's capsule, the structure of nephron, the anterior end of the nephron is a cup-shaped structure called capsule, Bowman's capsule, and is lined by here. It is lined by the squamous epithelium. Squamous epithelium, just for the filtration purpose, right? It is a thin membrane, squamous, thin, flattened epithelium, right? And this capsule is having, so afferent arteriole, right? So with glomerulus, a tuft of fine blood capillaries where the blood is moving, right? While moving, that helps in filtration, right? Ultrafiltration anta odirtira. For that purpose, the squamous epithelium is needed, right? Next, ciliated epithelium antide nodi. In case of PCT and DCT anta kelidre, the same question. Ciliated epithelium is found to be present in the proximal convoluted tubule and distal convoluted tubule and act as a brush border epithelium, right? Next, question number 5. The hormone that promotes reabsorption of water from glomerular filtrate anta ide. Nodi, reabsorption of water is controlled by ADH, that is antidiuretic hormone, that is vasopressin. So PCT is highly specialized for reabsorption of substances. It is lined by PCT. Just I told you, that is made up of simple cuboidal epithelium with microvilli. Microvilli are known to produce. So microvilli are present, brush border epithelium, microvilli. Sorry, I told you, I think ciliated epithelium is found to be present in case of oviduct, ciliated epithelium, right? Sorry, not in PCT and DCT, that is oviduct. That helps to sweep the ovum, right? Or fertilized zygote into the uterine cavity. Okay. Illi bandre nodi PCT, simple cuboidal epithelium, option D, right? With microvilli that constitute the brush border epithelium. If you take the transversection of this PCT, see this PCT, if you take the transversection, so it will appear like this. So transversection, so in the transversection, the microvilli, see. So this seems to be appearance of the brush border epithelium, helps for reabsorption of the substances, right? So next, human reproduction. So these are very important, very easy questions. You can easily answer. The correct sequence in the development is fertilization. After fertilization, zygote formation. After cleavage, morula, blastula, and gastrula, right? Secretion of progesterone by corpus luteum is initiated by, that is luteinizing hormone, LH. Secretion of progesterone hormone is initiated, means by the corpus luteum is initiated. Corpus luteum andre ಏನು ಹೇಳಿ? Corpus luteum is Graafian follicle. After releasing ovum, get converted as a corpus luteum, right? That is the degenerated structure of Graafian follicle. Adre madamele innond barutte, that is corpus albicans, right? Corpus albicans is the degenerated structure of corpus luteum. And progesterone anta barutte, that is progesterone is a pregnancy keeping hormone. You please remember all these things. These are all very, very much important, and many times almost all the concepts are repeated, right? Fimbriae of fallopian tube help collection of ovum after ovulation. Fimbriae found to be present in the infundibulum of the oviduct or fallopian tube, right? So that helps to collect the ovum after ovulation. Next, question number 14. In uterus, endometrium proliferates in response to estrogen. Actually, in uterus, endometrium is the membrane, right? The inner membrane. It is a glandular membrane antanu karitare. Enantare glandular membrane that proliferates in response ante. Proliferation antane heltivi after menses completion, means the 6th day to 13th day. That is a proliferatory phase antane heltare, right? Proliferatory phase. So that time the estrogen is playing a very important role in the synthesis of endometrium. Next, reproductive health. Condoms are one of the most popular contraceptives because of the following reasons anta ide. So all of the reasons are same. See, so these are effective barriers for insemination, yes, and they do not interfere with the coital act. Okay, they do not interfere with the coital, means sexual intercourse. Amele they help in reducing the risk of STDs, even they check the transmission of diseases, right? So all of the above is the correct reason, right? In vitro fertilization is a technique that involves transfer of which one of the following into the fallopian tube? That is, in vitro fertilization is a technique that involves the transfer of which one of the following andre, that is zygote alla. So embryo only up to 8 cells anta barutte. Zygote tagobodu, either zygote tagobodu, yes, or early embryo anta, early embryo up to 8 celled stage. So that can be, that is what we are called it as ZIFT, zygote intrafallopian transfer, right? Zygote intrafallopian transfer. Next, if male is impotent and female is normal, if male is impotent, female is normal, then which of the following technique can be used andre? So that is artificial insemination, right? Artificial insemination, the insemination of semen, right? Sperms, okay, seminal fluid into the vaginal tract, right? That is what we are called it as artificial insemination. Okay, so these are all the few questions I have discussed, and ನಿಮಗೆ ಮಿಕ್ಕಂತೆ ಉಳಿದಂತೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನೀವು ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀರ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೋತೀನಿ. ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿ, ಇದು ಒಂದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಲೈಫ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಚೀವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. ನೀಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಹಾಗೆ ಈಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಆಗಿರೋವಂಥ ಈಗೇನು ಅವು ಫೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋವಂಥ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ, ಸೊ ನೀವು ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಫೇಸ್ ಮಾಡದೇ ಇರೋವಂಥ ಸಿಚುವೇಷನನ್ನು ನಾವು ಫೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇದು ಒಂದು ನಿಮಗೆ ನೆನಪಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂಥ ಸಿಚುವೇಷನ್ ಇದ್ದರೂ ಕೂಡ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಾಗಬೇಕು. ನಿಮಗೆ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಸಮಯ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿತ್ತು, ಯಾರು ಅದನ್ನು ಯುಟಿಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಖಂಡಿತ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಬಂದೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಕಾಲೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ಸೀಟ್ ಸಿಗಲಿ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಕೂಡ ಹಾರೈಸ್ತೀನಿ. ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮು ಕೂಡ ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಲಿ ಅಂತ ನಿಮಗೆ ಶುಭ ಕೋರ್ತಾ ನನ್ನ ಕ್ಲಾಸನ್ನು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.